to infinity and beyond. You are a toy! What's going on, guys? My name is Trevor. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry for yelling in the intro. Get a little excited talking about Pixar, but Luca just came out on Disney Plus this past weekend, making it the 24th Pixar movie. So we gotta rank them, place them on their proper tiers. Join me down below in the comment section. What movies would you place over others? If you want to give me your whole ranking, all 24 films, you can do that. If you want to give your top 5, top 10, top 15, whatever you want to do, comment that down below. And what did you guys think of Luca? It's very divisive times we live in. Either you loved it, you hate it. I didn't love it or hate it. I'm just right there in the middle, a little bit frustrated with it. My full thoughts are right up here above. With that said, let's get into our tiers. So these tiers are specific to my tier ranking. I chose this, I made this. These are some of my favorite Pixar quotes. So the best category today is To Infinity and Beyond. Then we have Take Her to the Moon for Me. Bing Bong's quote from Inside Out absolutely rips my heart out, makes me so sad. To Infinity and Beyond is gonna be my top 5 Pixar. Take Her to the Moon for Me is gonna be like the great tier. Then we have No Matter How Hard I Tried, I Couldn't Forget You. Dory herself says this one. This is gonna be like the good tier, meaning I'm not rewatching these all the time, but they're still good movies nonetheless. Then we have So Long Partner. This is definitely gonna be the okay tier. Then we have He Touched the Butt, meaning this is gonna be kind of the meh tier. Then we have 2319. Shave the Monster. This is not a good movie. So, with that said, let's get into it. These movies are in no particular order. So, first and foremost, we have Cars 2. And we're gonna put Cars 2 in 2319. There's not much to say about it other than that Mater should have never been the forefront of the movie, and this is a spy espionage movie when Lightning McQueen is like the back burner. Answer me this: why did we get a Cars trilogy? I don't understand. Cars 1 was okay, but like Cars 2 necessary? Cars 3? What? Speaking of Cars 3, I'm gonna put that in So Long Partner. I thought this was a massive step up from Cars 2, more of the roots of Cars 1. This is definitely like the okay tier. So Long Partner. Cars 3 is, it's cool, but So Long Partner. I'm not rewatching it very often. Then we have Rat-Tat-Tooey, putting that in To Infinity and Beyond. One of my favorite Pixar movies. I absolutely love everything about this. Every time I rewatch it, it reminds me of what I love about it and why I love to cook. A big part of it is from this movie. I want to be a chef, like there in France. I have so much fun watching this. One of their more creative movies. Brad Bird, you're a freaking genius. Him or Pete Docter? Let me know down below. Who do you guys prefer? Then we have WALL-E. And I'm gonna put WALL-E and He Touched the Butt, meaning like the meh tier. I'm sorry, I'm not a WALL-E guy. Feel free to hit the dislike button. I'm just not the biggest fan of this movie. Every time I try to rewatch it, I dislike it even a little bit less. I think it's sweet and it's cute and it works well on certain levels, but overall, it's a more boring Pixar movie, and honestly, I never understood the hype. So it's in He Touched the Butt, meaning it's meh, in my opinion. I'm sorry. Then we have Up. Up's gonna go in the Take Her to the Moon for me. If it wants to load. There it goes. Up's going and Take Her to the Moon for me, aka the great tier. I have so much fun watching this movie. Just the 10 minutes alone and the score get you in the feels. Obviously, everyone says it, but this adventure they go on, because adventure is out there. Mr. Fredrickson, Russell, Doug the dog, I just met you and I love you. Kevin the bird, I love it all. I love the adventure, I love the story, and the use of color when those balloons are coming out, it gets me chills, it gets me inspired. I freaking love it. Up, Take Her to the Moon for me. Can't believe it's not my top 5. Then we have Brave. I'm gonna put Brave and He Touched the Butt as well. This one's definitely a meh movie. Whenever time I rewatch it, it works well for the first 25 minutes, but once those characters turn into bears, man, it loses me. And it's hard for me to get involved in it because the whole movie they're bears. And it's a little bit frustrating for me, but other than that, it's still a fine movie. I don't think it should have won Best Animated Picture. That's a topic for another time. Then we have Monsters University. Honestly, Scout's honor here, folks. Take Her to the Moon for me, aka the great tier. I absolutely love this film. I think it is a great prequel. We get to find out how Mike and Sully met. They go to college. They have like these fraternity games. Uzma Kappa, come on, baby. I would love to be a part of Uzma Kappa. We also get to find out what makes Sully and Mike's relationship so dynamic, but also we get to find out why Randall doesn't like them. We get to find out what makes Randall one of the best Pixar villains. I love this movie. I have so much fun watching it. I might even enjoy this one more than Monsters, Inc. That's a lie, but I really do enjoy this one. I think this is the most overhated Pixar movie. So, Take Her to the Moon for me. Then we have Inside Out, which is going in, believe it or not, the Take Her to the Moon for Me category in the great tier. I absolutely loved Inside Out on this past rewatch. Haven't rewatched it in some time. I definitely have my problems with it. Sadness is one of the more frustrating characters inside the Pixar universe. The emotions and heartstrings it pulls on by the end of the film is freaking hits you hard, man. And when Bing Bong says, "Take her to the moon for me," how many times are we going to say that this pair? I can count them for me. Not expecting to get the hit that hard this time around, but also going into the other characters' heads and seeing their people freak out, move around. It's funny, it's very relatable, and that's what this movie is. It's extremely relatable. Hey, Doctor, you are a mastermind, my friend. Then we have The Good Dinosaur. I'm putting The Good Dinosaur in 2319. Every time I rewatch this one, it makes me just question a lot of things in life, and lots of those things are, why did this get greenlit by Pixar? And honestly, if you think about it, it's kind of a rehash of Lion King. Kid who's scared, sees his father die, then he goes on a soul-searching adventure with friends, and he comes back a better person than he was. It's kind of like Lion King. That's all I'm going to say about them. Then we have Finding Dory. I'm going to put Finding Dory in So Long Partner, aka the OK tier. Finding Dory was a unnecessary sequel, but it was funny. I enjoyed watching it. The character Bailey, ooh, I had so much fun watching that. And when I saw this in theaters, it was kind of a lot of nostalgia that brought back. But Dory being the forefront, it seemed like this honestly would have done better if we just went straight to Disney Plus, not got a theatrical release. Pretty sure it made buku's money, and that's why we get more Pixar sequels than Pixar originals. Then we have the original Toy Story going in, Take Her to the Moon for Me. I absolutely love this one. This one's like my number 6. Every time I rewatch it, I just think to myself, this is me as a kid. I thought when I left, my toys got up and they moved around and they talked. I kind of still think that. These guys right here, little Thanos, that little guy's gonna take over my house one day. It's all crazy. I enjoyed this movie so much. So inventive, so creative. The animation style for being back in the early 90s, it still holds up to this day. First Toy Story is an absolute classic. Then we have Coco, What Color Is the Sky, going into Infinity and Beyond. I had so much fun watching this movie. Absolutely love the use of color. I love the score. I love the story. And I love the music inside this film. I absolutely love everything about it. I didn't like this one all that much when I saw it in theaters, but when I rewatched it, I have now seen it 4 times within the last year. I absolutely love everything Coco has to offer. Then we have The Incredibles 2. I'm gonna go in, no matter how hard I try, I couldn't forget you. Meaning, it is a good movie. When I first saw it, I thought it was better than First Incredibles. Now my head's on straight, I know that's not the case. This one follows more of Elastigirl, and honestly, I love how they had to switch roles. The guy who always went out and worked, he was a superhero, he got to do all the action stuff. Now he has to stay home with the kids, and Elastigirl gets to go out there, do all the hero stuff, do all the action stuff, while Mr. Incredible has his internal struggle at home, trying to teach kids to do math. Math is math. So much to enjoy about this film. Only thing is, I wish we got more of the Underminer than we did. We got the Screenslaver. We're probably going to get another sequel here in another 10 years, okay? Anyways, a lot of nostalgia with this movie. I had a lot of fun watching it. Nowhere near is it a great movie, but definitely a good movie nonetheless. Then we have Onward. I mean, butter me up and call me toast. I'm putting Onward into Infinity and Beyond. This is my top 5. I absolutely love this one. This is one of my favorite movies coming from Disney over the last year. I saw this one in theaters, one of the last movies I saw in theaters before the pandemic hit. Onward hit me hard. I love a story about brothers, and this one is a great story about brothers. I have so much fun with this movie. I love the characters. I love Ian. I love Barley. I love the overall adventure. Honestly, it makes me feel like a kid, and it really tugs on my heartstrings because I'm really close to my brother. Anytime it's a better story, makes me want to cry a little bit. And we have Soul, and Soul is the most divisive film on this list. It's going in So Long Part, meaning it is okay. I did not resonate with this one like anyone else. I've elaborated on this many times. I wish I loved this one just like everyone else did, but I didn't. I'm sorry, I really am. Then we have Luca. The reason we are doing this Pixar ranking right there in the middle, I'm gonna put Luca and He Touched the Butt. Now, I enjoyed this one. Watch me on a review or follow me on Letterboxd. I gave this 3 out of 5, but that first hour did not do it for me. We did not get enough character development. We did not get attached to these characters. We had no Pixar magic until the last 30 minutes. That 30 minutes is what makes this movie a 3 out of 5. Before that, it was about a 1.5 out of 5. I'm not just saying that because I'm a hater on Pixar. You can call me that if you want. I wanted to love this movie. I really did. Went into it with an open mind, even hearing all the mixed reactions, everyone hyping it up, everyone crapping on it. I wanted to just enjoy it and have fun. I enjoyed myself by the end of the film. I just wanted a little bit more character development and a little more attachment to our characters. I think it would have worked a lot better. It's not a terrible movie, but He Touched the Butt, god dang it. Then we got Toy Story 4. I'm going to put Toy Story 4 in So Long Partner. one of the more unnecessary films that on this list. I thought Toy Story 3 was the perfect ending to the trilogy, but Toy Story 4 is still fun. You get characters like Bunny and Ducky and a good overall adventure again that have lost and abandoned toys. But honestly, I have not rewatched this one since theaters. Kind of says a lot. That's why it's going in so long, partner. Look at the other movies in the tiers. I definitely enjoy all those more than Toy Story 4. Then we have Toy Story 2 going in Take Her to the Moon for Me. How do you not love a good sequel of Toy Story? Toy Story is obviously the best franchise inside this, so we get all of our characters back. It is a great movie with a great villain. We get introduced to Jessie and Bullseye. How do you not love it? As long as she loved me. Sorry, I just killed your ears. I know I did. Then we got Toy Story 3 going in to infinity and beyond, and I absolutely loved everything about Toy Story 3. It might be just my favorite Pixar movie. It's so hard to decide. That's why we do these tier rankings instead. Toy Story 3 hits me emotionally that I never thought could. I never thought I could be attached to toy characters so much in the way I am. But at the end, when we all think they're gonna die, they all hold their hands, they're gonna do it together, then the clock comes to save them. I know everyone talks about it, but when Woody says to him at the end of the movie, "So long, partner," dang it, man. It really hits in the feels and it makes you want to cry. Then we have a Bug's Life. Honestly, I'm putting Bug's Life in the no matter how hard I try, I couldn't forget you. The good tier. Rewatched this one this week for the first time in probably 10 years. I had so much fun with the rewatch. I love the score. I love Flick. I love the overall story. Hopper's one of the better Pixar villains. It makes you laugh. It makes you smile. It's a little cheesy. It's fun. And overall, I love the whole ants and how the birds are so much bigger than ants and how they use the scale ratio of things to what ants are actually like. We gotta see the world from their perspective. Thought it was inventive, thought it was creative. The 90s, baby. Gotta love them. Then we have Monsters Inc. Drumroll please, we are going in Take Her to the Moon for Me. Obviously, the great tier has to have a lot of movies, but Monsters Inc. I rewatched it just before filming this video, and I didn't love it as much as I did before, hence why it is in Take Her to the Moon for Me, aka the great tier. Not quite in my top 5. This right here might be my number 6 or number 7. I still enjoy this one so much. Welcome to the Himalayas! Mike Wazowski and Sully are such great characters. Randall is one of the better Pixar villains, probably a top 3 Pixar villain. Celia Willia, I'm watching you, Mike Wazowski. Always watching. Lots to love here. I love the monster aspect because I was scared there was something in my closet, and sometimes there was. I found a mouse in there once and I was scared shitless. Then we have Finding Nemo. Oh my gosh, Pixar makes so many goddamn good movies, but going in Take Her to the Moon for Me. That great category obviously was going to have a lot because I can't put them in there with my top 5. But Finding Nemo is again right out there on the edge. The 6, 7, 8 spot are all just fighting for the number 6 spot and fighting to get into that top 5. Finding Nemo will resonate more with me when I'm a parent. And I know it will. And when I become a parent, I have kids of my own one day, I will relate with the character Marlon so much more that I don't want him to go and fall right on his face. I want to protect him from doing that. But in reality, you have to let them go out there and figure it out for themselves. Put their hand in the boiling water to realize it is hot. When I'm a parent, I know I will love this movie that much more. The animation style is beautiful. I'm a little bit freaked out by water. But this overall story, this adventure, these characters, it's funny, it's unique, it's creative. One of their more mature films, Finding Nemo, dang near a masterpiece. And these are basically all 5 out of 5. And the Take Her to the Moon for Me, the great tier, because God, they're so good. Then we have The Incredibles going in that 5th spot right up there to infinity and beyond. The Incredibles is one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. It is one of the best superhero movies of all time. From Frozone to Mr. Incredible to Mrs. Incredible to Dash to Violet to Baby, Jack Jack, and Edna. I never look back, darling. She distracts from the now. So much to enjoy with this film. Syndrome is one of the best Pixar villains. There's so many good Pixar villains. We need a ranking of the Pixar villains because Syndrome might just be my favorite. It's not just because of the hair either. But the score in this is absolutely fantastic. Brad Bird and Pete Docter, obviously the 2 best Pixar directors. Incredibles is one of the awesomest superhero movies ever. It is action-packed. The score is great. You get into the family, and that workout montage with Mr. Incredible Man when he's getting 5th, and that score playing, you want to go to the gym. You want to get hub, and that's exactly what this movie does. My top 5 is secure, folks. And last and not least, but not most, I don't know. Anyways, we have Cars going in. He touched the butt. I'm not the biggest fan of Cars or Cars 2, but Cars 3 really won me over. The first Cars is abnormally long, and it's a little bit boring at times. I don't know why the Cars franchise is the one that got the trilogy. Cars 3 to me is the best of the bunch. The first Cars, Lightning McQueen is awesome. You have characters like Mater and everyone else that like going to Radiator Springs. Really cool world. I love the score in this, and the whole NASCAR vibe is really awesome, but something about it just holds it back. I think they spent a little too much time at Radiator Springs. Really pulls it back from being an okay or good movie. It's just right there, meh. Haven't rewatched this one in quite some time. That's gonna do it for this tier ranking. Before we go on, we're just gonna rank my top 5. Not gonna rank all 24. My top 5, including my favorite Pixar movie. We're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 5, we have Onward. Number 4, we have The Incredibles. Number 3, we have Coco. Number 2, Toy Story 3. Number 1, Ratatouille reigns supreme. It's my favorite Pixar movie of all time. I don't think anything's gonna change that anytime soon. Let me know how your guys ranking, compare it down below in the comment section. If you guys like this different kind of category tier ranking, let me know all that down below in the comment section. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. To support means the world. I'll see you in the next one.